cross-country Olympic World Cup.
Good start for Zina Fry, specialised rider. Evie Richards as well, getting into pedals pretty quick.
As they head out onto the course proper for the first time, it's Zina Fry who's in the lead from Jen Jackson, Jenny Rissvid, Evie Richards as well. The tempo high at the start of this one.
It's going to be fast, and I think the key is just getting around this first lap. You can lose it here. We saw Christopher Blevins crashing here last year and going all the way back to the last man.
There's Yolanda Neff right through the middle, getting bundled up behind Kate Courtney. It's Jenny Rissvid now who takes the lead at the base of this multi-line climb.
Multi-line, we see Zina Fry, Rissvid on the inside, super steep.
There's a bobble behind them for Sevilla Blanc, and this is where trouble can start to happen as riders start to ride across each other's lines.
Sammy Maxwell getting pushed out round the outside.
Kate Courtney gets bumped off.
Wiedemann, Kate Courtney back to 19th and a 10th start, so slip back in a little bit.
Meanwhile, look who's at the front. Yolanda Neff takes the lead in Araxá.
Unbelievable.
Yolanda Neff leads Jenny Rissvid and Evie Richards here. Early doors in Araxá, 8 laps the journey, and Yolanda Neff is back with a bang in 2025.
When we see on
Candice
the
Leal and Luana Lecomte getting tangled up on the right-hand side of the track.
See Sevilla Blanc trying to recover as well from that side, but super stressful this first round. But Yolanda Neff, a good short track, not the best short track, but had to start back on 16th place, but to shuffle through to get to the front already.
Here we go at the front then. Rissvid, Neff, rolling back the years. Rissvid's last one across country Olympic UCI World Cup. Back to start of last season, round 1, Myrapora.
You see in the background there, just Evie Richards coming through. Candice Leal recovering from that wobble on the steep climb, and arguably the best climber on the circuit.
As Evie Richards, you know, is riding the pack back onto the back wheel of Yolanda Neff now. Oh, but I just saw Evie Richards get hung up there, but no, hangs on to it. Neff, Rissvid. So Jen Jackson goes hard left into the crowd.
Whoa, that's a big one.
Huge one.
This section, I was just saying before, that A-line coming down the middle, super slippery.
Looks to be all right. She's up and rolling again. Jen Jackson, though, that looked like a heavy, heavy impact. Might just have got away with it before she went off the end of the gap, though.
Come on, push.
Who is that now, making a move on the right-hand side? Samara Maxwell's joined the front, as has Sevilla Blanc. As they head over to finish the first lap of the year, Jenny Rissvid takes them across the line, and it is a who's who of the top 10. Candice Leal as well, staying on her own setup, not joining a team. Really confident stuff.
Yeah, I think after having such a successful year last year and then coming back going, well, if it works, don't fix it.
Rissvid's neatly done. This is where the pinch point comes now, where the two lines cross over. Samara Maxwell banging elbows of Evie Richards.
Yeah, lucky it didn't take them all down then. You see Richards, that's a nice move. I take the wide one, carrying speed, good momentum. See Martina Berta as well, new Origin team. I think Yolanda Neff is in that mixing around, has actually ended up going back a bit, probably 8th or 9th place at the moment.
There's Sevilla Blanc in second now in the green and blue of the Decathlon Ford.
Yeah, we see Neff now just getting shuffled back. Maybe just a positioning thing. Maybe it was that spacing on the first lap. Maybe just pushed a little deep, we'll see.
Luana Lecomte, just a little gap starting to form ahead of the French national champion. Evie Richards is behind her. Then there's Zina Fry. You see the front of the race then is still Jenny Rissvid in control. Samara Maxwell's in second. Candice Leal. Sevilla Blanc currently in 5th, the rider just on your screen. And here is the very sharp end of it, Candice Leal. And there's Jen Jackson running.
Up the inside.
A running overtake up the inside of Samara Maxwell and Candice Leal. Jen Jackson now putting the race leader, Jenny Rissvid, under pressure, and she has brought Samara Maxwell and Candice Leal with her.
And Jen Jackson as well, her best World Cup last year was 14th, so I think to be rolling around in 2nd place.
After a crash?
After a crash, that's a big step up.
And overtaking people on foot. It's pretty good. It's been all action for Jackson.
Here we go, got this big scrap for the climb again. Rissvid's again, same as last time, really canny riding. Getting that position so she gets the free positioning up the climb, be able to see where she wants to go. Jen Jackson coming up the inside, banging bars with Samara Maxwell. And
coming back together now, the chasing group. So it's probably about time that someone is going to do, you know, like a stronger move and just like to try to test the legs and to make a real split.
But it's one of the bits of this circuit that I like, in the fact that we do have this flat section. And it just means that it keeps regrouping and you get these changes. It keeps the rate pretty close together.
Look at Nicole Kohler as well for Ghost Factory Racing, currently in 6th place, that distinctive bike.
So this group has started to split again, but the rider who's managed to make the jump has been Nicole Kohler. Jackson straight down through the middle, where it took her out last time.
Not a problem. Sammy Maxwell tucks in behind her. And then up this really, really steep punch of a climb. The top 4, Rissvids, Kohler, Jackson and Maxwell.
Yeah. Charging a little bit now.
You couldn't see it in the booth, but both Henrik and Ollie made the motorbike throttle gesture there as they went up the climb.
But she did it on that climb and the one before after the Red Bull section.
Yeah,
she come around the corner and just that bit of a punch.
I think she's just like starting to really test everyone's legs now.
None more so than this woman, Jenny Rissvids.
It's such a steep climb, it really foreshortens the angle, but it's just Nicole Kohler's taking it on now.
So they need to get organised, this group, and they need to get across to Jenny Rissvids. The gap currently 17 seconds.
Sevilla Blanc as well, just taking her turn at the front, starting to push on. And the interest in that second group, you've got some riders that have never been in this position before, and they're not going to risk a lot, because if it ended now, they'd be really happy.
Kohler just having to tripod her way through those routes. That's not the quickest way to do it. Samara Maxwell off and running, clips back in. Kohler gets round the side of her these routes as the fatigue continues to build. Starting to play havoc with this chase group that needs to get organised if it's wanting to rein in Jenny Rissvids. 10 seconds now the difference to the lead rider. And there we are, they're back with the leader. Sevilla Blanc has ridden incredibly well here.
And I think she's one of those riders that stepped up last year, had a second, had a third. So she's one of the riders that will roll the dice to try and win. She wants to win out of this.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, she's been on the podium like a few times.
Yeah.
You get on the podium and then you deliver like a good season. And then into the next year, it's about time to step up. So you start like thinking, okay, I can like take some risks and take some chances and try to go for a win now.
There's Rissvids, race leader, and Blanc across the gap through the rock section for the 5th time.
Alessandra Keller had a cracking lap. She's gone from that second big group, has managed to get across now to this main front group. And you can see already she's gone from the back of it. She's now getting to second. There might be even a chance that she'll hit this climb in that 3rd position, and then she can attack and try and bridge across.
If the chasing group closes the gap now, they're probably going to try, someone is going to try to jump now to the leading duo. So it could affect a little bit her mentally, but they still got the gap. So let's see.
Alessandra Keller is up into 4th place now.
Right on cue, got on that group, sat on a bit, and then has hit the climb, got to the front. She'll bridge the gap. Like Henry said, she's super efficient, consistent with her effort, consistent laps, always get the best out of herself, and she never gives up. She's one of those fighters.
All together again, huh?
All together again. And the time for poker playing's kind of over now. We're heading towards that part of the race where people will start looking for a knockout punch. The attack that will win it.
That's it, Sammy Maxwell just moving in front of Rissvids. Maxwell in the front now. First time to ever lead a World Cup, I guess, for Maxwell. New experience.
It's not easy to control the nerves.
Here we go, up this punch of a climb now.
Yeah, this is a whole new experience for Maxwell. Big step up, but to actually there be leading it.
She's a really interesting athlete as well. She really rides on emotion. We saw that after the short track yesterday and manages to channel that emotion really positively.
Yeah.
It's Samara Maxwell for Decathlon Ford Racing, who leads the way from Canyon Collective's Jenny Rissvids. Decathlon Ford teammate Sevilla Blanc in 3rd. What would it mean to that team if they get 2 riders in the first podium of the year? It'd be huge. Sammy Maxwell leads them at the halfway point of the climb. Sammy Maxwell, though, is attacking.
She's
Big
riding
gap.
away.
Riding away. She heard my prediction, mate.
She heard that's what it was. Yeah, she was waiting. She was waiting.
Well, probably Maxwell is not the most punchy rider, so she needs to go long.
Yeah.
And she has like the climbing skills, the climbing abilities. So that's probably the best session where she can charge. So let's see how long she can sustain this effort, but a great move so far. And if you are emotional like she is, you know, that's gonna just fire
you up. Yeah, she is. You get
up.
some riders, like you say, Keller, super calculated. Some riders, Sammy Maxwell, emotional.
Sammy Maxwell runs through these routes then.
And that gap's significant now.
That gap's chunky. 7 seconds. We will bring you more news when we get it from the course. As now the race continues, though, and they are struggling to find
It's Lil.
an answer for this attack of Sammy Maxwell. It's Candice Lil ahead of Risfids.
7 seconds now, that gap, and it's Lil who's got to take on Blunk, who was looking so strong now, starting to swing a bit.
Blunk is struggling here, but she's bright on the back of Kohler, so maybe just got that route section wrong.
1:12 down, so recovering well after that early first lap.
Look at this gap. Look at this gap Sammy Maxwell's built. There's Alessandra Keller starting to work hard now in 4th, 16 seconds back off the leader, Maxwell. Maxwell really turning this into a 2-rider race, Ollie.
This is a proper attack. She's going long. 6 seconds over Lil. Another 7 seconds back to Blunt for that next group, but
Risfit, 17 seconds now, having commanded this race for the majority of it.
was bossing it at the front, but now on the back foot a little bit.
9 seconds. Remember that number. That is the lead Samara Maxwell has at the front of this one from Candice Lil, the South African. Looks slightly more to my eyes. It is 11 seconds now.
It's going out. Candice Lil just that little bit slower.
And look who's hunting them down. Sevilla Blunk and Alessandra Keller look to be joining the party. Jenny Risfids needs to do something here if she wants to stay in touch. There's the Cole Kohler on the Ghost Factory racing machine. Jen Jackson still circulating after that big crash. Here we go.
They're just going to go head-to-head on this last lap.
Is Samara Maxwell about to take her place in history here? Jenny Risfids, so long the boss of this race, in 5th, with the Cole Kohler in close quarters behind her. Jen Jackson still fighting in 7th.
But yeah, these groups have got them to 3. You've got Candice Lil, Alessandra Keller, Sevilla Blunk. All three just looking at each other a little bit, the fatigue kicking in, no one really driving it, and you're going to see Risfeds and Kohler getting back on as well, which just shows the pace of those 3. It's just knocking off a little bit.
But look at the gap now, 21 seconds. Maxwell leads Lil. And then behind that, the battle for second rages, really. Look at this. This is for second place on your screens now.
And nobody in that group, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, wanting to take it on. No one really driving it.
And there's your leader.
She's going to get out of sight on this climb. If you can just get away, then the other riders just stop thinking about the win and start fighting for 2nd and 3rd. Sammy Maxwell, Blunk, same team. They can see each other. Nicole Kohler is hanging on for the ride.
What a ride from Nicole Kohler. This has been absolutely superb for the Ghost Factory Racing Swiss rider. It's been superb from this entire top 5, actually.
What a race.
Maxwell looking absolutely superb here. The pick of the litter today in Araxá.
That's a key ascent ticked off. That's the toughest one.
And look at her standing up, attacking it as well. Attack the best form of defence here.
They're coming.
This is it. They might yet come together here. They might well all be back together very, very soon. There's Candice Lil in 5th place now, Lil.
I think it's Nicole Kohler who's leading that group of 2.
9 seconds. There's another second gone. Blunk looking like she's struggling to live with the pace of Kohler. Keller homing in on Blunk, and then there's the South African Lil.
This is big, so she's gone through the rocks.
Unless Alessandra Keller can find 15 seconds, we are going to have a debut winner here in Araxá. 7 seconds. There's 2 more seconds have gone now. The Jaws music is on for Samara Maxwell. She needs to stay out of the clutches of Nicole Kohler here.
We got these big doubles and then that climb to the top.
Gap jump for the last time, makes it across. Here's this punchy climb that has determined so much history here.
Last climb now, big push to the top, but it's so steep.
This is it. Samara Maxwell powers her way up it. That might be it, you know. Samara Maxwell may be riding her way into the history books here. And what this win will mean for the Decathlon Ford squad, for Rock Rider Bikes, and for, most importantly, for Samara Maxwell. Samara Maxwell is going to become the first elite level woman from New Zealand to win a UCI Cross Country World Cup. It's going to be her first Cross Country World Cup win. And the battle for second rages behind her. She won't care about that. Today's been all about Sammy Maxwell. Samara Maxwell wins in Araxá. Behind her, Nicole Kohler. Best Sevilla Blanc to second place. Blanc's third. Alessandra Keller home in 4th place. The overall title holder. Samara Maxwell takes her debut elite level UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup win. Stefan Tempier's there at the finish to celebrate. Candice Lill, a good start to the season in 5th. Samara Maxwell cannot believe it. Samara Maxwell, Nicole Kohler and Sevilla Blanc 1, 2 and 3.